Hi everybody, this is the baseball head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hunt, and this, of course, this is the baseball head. Hope you like this video. Hit that subscribe button. The Mets were very busy here today, on Friday. They signed a couple of pitchers, a couple of relievers, and they traded away a catcher. And let's get into this. The Mets just made it official. They signed left-handed reliever Jake Diekman to a 1 year, $4.5 million deal. He obviously, we've been talking about him in the last video, but I guess it's kind of official. He is a guy that has pitched everywhere. He's 37 years old. He's a guy that is going to be the second lefty in the Mets bullpen. He pitched for the Rays last year. I forgot this. It's like I didn't realize this. The Mets traded for Brooks Raley last year, and he was with the Rays. And of course, a couple of years prior to that, the Mets have brought in Aaron Loup. So the Mets have been very lucky with these lefties that they've gotten from the Rays over the years. So maybe we can see some more success from that direction. And a bit of a surprise today, the Mets signed this Japanese pitcher. I know you're thinking, I know, it's Yamamoto. Nope. They signed Shintaro Fuginami. And last year he pitched for the Oakland Athletics, the homeless Oakland Athletics. And he pitched, of course, for the Baltimore Orioles. He was, I guess we saw him earlier in the season, last year in April. He throws very hard. He throws 100 miles an hour, but it's all over the place. He signed a 1 year deal with the A's, and it didn't really work out. And then they traded him to Baltimore, and he pitched pretty good. He had a pretty good stretch. The thing about him, the Mets bringing him in here now, is he has options. So the Mets don't have to worry about if he doesn't make the club at a spring training, they can send him down to Syracuse to pitch. Other than him, the Mets only have Edwin Diaz, who throws over 100 miles an hour. Nobody else throws 100 miles an hour on the Mets staff. So that is extremely important that the Mets start bringing in guys that throw hard. And hopefully that is the beginning of a very good trend. Because Mets have had a tough time in the last few years, guys that threw very hard. I mean, obviously the previous pennant-winning team had a lot of guys that threw hard. Noah Syndergaard, Jacob deGrom, Matt Harvey, Jeurys Familia. But since then, they have not really developed anybody that throws that hard. And the Mets have had a very interesting, and certainly putting it away, interesting offseason. Because they tried very hard to get Yoshinobu Yamamoto. They tried really hard. They had the highest bid, and the Yamamoto camp did not come back to the Mets to counter offer. The Dodgers matched the offer, and he bolted for Los Angeles. But the Mets have been doing a lot of depth pieces. They've been trying to improve the defense on this team. Just go run down a whole bunch of stuff. Obviously, they brought in Harrison Bader, who has the most defensive runs saved as a center fielder. So right away, the Mets' defense is enormously improved. I would think that they'll probably put Brandon Nimmo in left field. I don't know what the situation is going to be in right field. It's probably going to be a mix and match of a bunch of guys out there. Obviously, with Starlin Marte, probably DJ Stewart, and we'll see what else. But they brought in Bader. Then, of course, they signed Luis Severino to a 1 year deal. Basically, he's a reclamation project to a certain degree. He's not pitched at a high level for quite a few years. Then they brought in Sean Manaea on a 2 year deal. I think he's going to pitch. I think you're going to get exactly what you think you're going to get from him. I don't think you're going to get numbers out, over the top, but I think you'll get innings. And of course, they made the trade with Milwaukee. They brought in Adrian Hauser. He's a fifth, sixth starter. He's a guy that can fill in. Mets haven't really had anybody since, obviously, when they lost, to the Nationals. But, of course, they signed Adam Ottavino the other day. And we'll see how this all works out. We're less than 2 weeks away from spring training. I know that the Mets, and a lot of us have been talking about the Mets getting a designated hitter. It doesn't seem like they're going to be doing that, but you never know. There are quite a few DHs that are out there, and all the teams are waiting for players to get desperate. Players are going to get desperate now. J.D. Martinez is going to get desperate, or Soler is going to get desperate. And they will take deals that may be less than what the market bears. Blake Snell's still out there, although the Mets aren't in on him. But just sort of, and Jordan Montgomery. I think Montgomery market is going to probably move now. I think he'll probably sign with the Rangers. Rangers now have a TV deal. I would also mention, more than just to mention, it was a big trade on Thursday. Corbin Burns. Won't have to worry about getting his feelings hurt again from the Brewers. They traded him to the Baltimore Orioles. Huge trade. And to be honest with you, Milwaukee did not pick up as much as you would have thought. You thought you would have seen them pick up at least 2 more players in that deal. But that's an enormous move for the Orioles. And really, that tells everybody, one, there's a new sheriff of town, there's new ownership there. And obviously, they're ready to win. So now you're in a different situation than you were prior to the last few years. Ownership is now very serious about winning. So, not that that's interest of us, but just sort of wanted to point that out. So, let me know what you think about this video. Of course, please subscribe to Baseball Hut. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.